Let's continue with Orange is the New Black Season 3. The prison is turned corporate. And corporate means everyone is an asshole, because corporations are evil. We have two new inmates, one played by Ruby Rose, an Australian, who all women that watch this show were completely obsessed with at the time, and there are tons of articles about her turning them gay. It's stupid and ridiculous. I don't like accents. Move on. Laura Petty, who we saw for 10 minutes in season 2 in the first episode, shows up. She's completely batshit insane. Either way, the main character's girlfriend thinks that they are both hitmen trying to kill her. Large portions of the season are about the newly appointed head guy, who was formerly the second in charge, Caputo, dealing with the struggles of being ran by a corporation. But there's also a lot of internal strife. There's a new counselor who is in argument with the old counselor. There's also a bunch of new guards because corporate decided to make everyone half-time instead of full-time so that no one can get benefits and just to screw everyone over, because if you don't pay benefits, you don't have to spend as much money. And then the inmates all have trouble because Laura Petty knows that there's kosher meal. She pretends to be Jewish to get a kosher meal. So Black Cindy and a bunch of other characters try to get kosher meals until overpopulation causes the food to run out, and the corporate cutbacks cause the food to be horrible. So everyone wants a kosher meal, and people pretending to be Jewish to get good food becomes a thing. Also, because it's corporate now, they have corporations come in to provide work programs. Before, all the work programs were prison upkeep, mopping floors and painting the place and doing electric and plumbing and keeping the place running. Now it's just working for a corporation, this case sewing panties, like printing license plates is a main thing that's used in movies, but this time it's sewing panties. And people that got that job earning 10 times as much are kind of vilified and looked on by the people that didn't get the job. There's tons of other stuff going on, but most of it is corporations are evil. Piper, our main character, thinks she's hot fucking shit because she works in the panty industry and wants to sell used panties on the internet, and it's fucking stupid, and it goes on for way too long. It's half of season 4 and it hurts my brain. Sorry, that might have been a spoiler, but it's a spoiler of the worst plot of this show. We do keep the Inmate of the Week thing going on, and we get a lot of background and a lot more character. Tons of new relationships form, both romantic relationships and anger fighting each other relationships. So it ends up being pretty interesting that way. Piper is an idiot. Everyone just pushes her out of the way, says, "Get out of my way, idiot." She's nobody, and yet the show keeps constantly making her think that she's a somebody, and nobody cares. Okay, overall, the individual episodes, the individual ideas are all good. The relationship stuff, both the good relationship, bad relationships, all the bickering in between the guards and between the counselors and between the inmates, all good. Even the stuff about the people pretending to be Jewish in order to get better meals is kind of interesting. The kitchen stuff is still interesting again. But all the political stuff, see, the writers realize that people watch this show and they can try to have an impact, so they just went with private prisons are horrible. and are ruining the world, and we're going to use this platform we have to show you why. And instead of letting people escape into a fantasy world, they want to bring the real world in, they want to do this, and start to get on my nerves a little bit of this. We get it. We get it. Corporations are bad. You don't need to mention it every episode, every step. And the writers of the show kind of got off of what made the first two seasons work and have tried to make a statement. And it doesn't work for me. Obviously, people still love it because people were still excited about the fourth season. But the political stuff and the real life stuff doesn't work for me. Yesterday, 2 days ago actually, before the fourth season came out, I talked to someone that had watched the show. And he said the same thing. The political stuff, the real life stuff, just doesn't work for you. And I don't know. I didn't enjoy the real life connections. I enjoy everything with the characters, but semblance of adding real life politics in there just doesn't work for me.